PNC announcing that it has entered a strategic partnership with Coinbase. The arrangement will expand access to digital assets for PNC's banking clients and institutional investors, and PNC will provide banking services to Coinbase. Shares of Coinbase down about 3.7%, PNC up slightly. According to the release, the two companies will develop an initial offering that will allow clients to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrencies. The head of Coinbase Institutional saying in the release that it will be supporting PNC's, quote, entry into the digital asset market with our leading crypto as a service platform, which provides PNC with a powerful set of tools to develop a scalable, high growth business built on a foundation of uncompromising security.
All right, check. Yeti phone. There we go. Hey, what's going on, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some massive stories shaking up the market. XRP futures are hitting a record high, a $550 billion deal that could reshape the role of crypto in the global trade, the FBI dropping bombshell case, and a major bank is jumping into crypto trading. And these aren't just headlines. These are signals of where the money's flowing and what's coming next. So stick with me for the next few minutes. I'm going to break it all down for you in simple terms, showing you why these moves matter and how they could impact your portfolio. The crypto market waits for nobody. So let's get ahead of the curve together. Oh, and by the way, here's the kicker. Stick with me until the end. I'm going to give you an exclusive sneak peek into a secret crypto group that's helping average everyday traders become top crypto market experts so they can stay on top of these wild market shifts. Plus, we will be jumping over to X to find out all of the breaking news that's happening in the crypto world today. We'll dive deeper into the XRP futures new record. We'll head over to Forex Factory and find out all the red folder news that you need to know about this week and some orange folder news. And as you saw in the intro, we'll be diving deeper into the PNC Bank launching their crypto trading via Coinbase. And as always, we'll be checking on XRP in the charts. We're going to be looking at the spider lines, taking a look at these resistance levels and support levels that you need to know about. Plus, we'll look at the long-term and short-term momentum waves. And so much more in today's video. So if you're like most people where you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day in the crypto news researching like we do for you here every single day, make sure you subscribe right now. And if you are still feeling bullish about this current bull run, let us know by commenting 777 down below. First things first, let's head over to CoinMarketCap, check out the overall health of the crypto market. Right now, we are trading at 3.94 total market cap, obviously in the trillions, baby. We're getting close to that $4 trillion level again. We have hit it once already. We need to break above that level. We are up 1.53%.
We just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now.
And that is on the back of $203 billion worth of trading in the last 24 hours. Fear and Greed Index is continuing to climb nicely at 70 in the green, the good green, the greed level. But we got to be careful of the bad green, the extreme greed, which is coming up once we reach the 75 and above level. As you can see, last time we got up into extreme greed, we had a sell-off. As we got into more extreme greed, we had a sell-off. We got into extreme greed, we had a sell-off. So we have time ahead of us. But be very wary of what happens when we get to extreme greed. Altcoin season is now 55 out of 100. We've officially turned blue, which is very positive. Real deal. Altcoin season is not until we get to the 75 level, so we'll keep an eye on that. And as we can see, Bitcoin is at 59.9% dominance right now, which is very positive for altcoin season. This has dropped below 60%, which is very positive. Bitcoin ETF tracker update, only $1.1 million worth of inflows today, which is better though than yesterday, which had a negative $131 million worth of outflows. The first negative outflow day since all the way back here on June 30th. Ethereum's ETF tracker is reading 0 as of now from yesterday, but Monday's report did come in at $296 million to the upside. Top 6 cryptos by total market cap. Bitcoin number 1 at 118,800. Ethereum at number 2 at 37.35. XRP at number 3 at $3.50. Tether at number 4 at $1. BNB having a huge surge over the last 7 days, up 16%, up to $799, also hitting a new all-time high for BNB. So congratulations to BNB holders. And number 6, wrapping up Solana at $201, also having a nice surge, up 24%. But take a look at this. Solana is only $3 billion away from taking over that number 5 spot. Heading over to Forex Factory, what you need to know, what you need to pay attention to this week. Well, first and foremost, the orange news is not that important. I had this highlighted because Fed Chair Jerome Powell, there was news out there that he was going to announce his resignation. There was news out there that he was going to announce this whole lawsuit against him being referred to the DOJ because of the $2.5 billion overspend at the Federal Reserve because they are remodeling their building. Well, it is going to be very expensive because it is a historic building. They have to be very cautious of different things such as lead and asbestos and all those crazy things that used to be normal to build with, which is now illegal to build with. But remediation of all of that's going to be very expensive. But what you need to know about what's important is tomorrow. And that's going to be the unemployment claims coming out on Wednesday. This morning, when you're watching this, the existing home sales will be coming out. So if that's important to you, make sure you take a look at those numbers as well. We do have a stat about that coming up in the X portion of today's video. Now, as you can see over on X, as we saw in the intro of the video, Coinbase partners with PNC Bank to bring secure crypto access to millions of US customers, enabling them to buy, sell, hold Bitcoin and digital assets with ease. And by the way, while you're over here on X, don't forget to follow us. We do give away $100 worth of XRP every single week. Congratulations to Rose Cut 8 for winning our previous giveaway. We give away $100 every single Sunday at midnight. So make sure you follow us to enter, like, retweet, and comment the post that is pinned to our page, and subscribe to our daily crypto newsletter. When you click on that button, it'll bring you to the page right here. You're going to enter your best email address and then hit the orange button and you're all set. On top of that, you're also going to get our free ebook, Altcoin Secrets, the underground guidebook to becoming a crypto millionaire. So back to the news, as we saw in the intro. Now, we are going to go ahead, before we get into this PNC story, I did want to cover real quickly this important story about XRP. So XRP on the CME just hit a record-breaking $235 million in trading volume in a single day, and that's huge. For context, the CME, or the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, is where big players like hedge funds and banks trade regulated crypto derivatives. And since launching XRP futures in May, they've racked up $1.6 billion in total volume. And why is this a big deal? Well, it shows institutions are betting big on XRP, the token tied to Ripple's cross-border payment tech. More institutional money means more stability and potential price growth for XRP. So if you're holding XRP or eyeing it, this signals growing confidence from the big dogs, which could push prices towards new highs, especially after XRP's recent $200 billion market cap milestone. And that is correct, ladies and gentlemen. XRP at the number 3 spot now is sitting over $200 billion worth of total market cap. Now, as we know, a lot of fans and XRP army don't believe in the market cap being tied to the value of it. Totally fine. But regardless, this is a big, big deal. And in other news, very positive for the United States economy, which also brings more liquidity into the crypto markets, which then pumps the price. Well, Trump announced a massive $550 billion trade deal with Japan, setting the tariffs at 15%. This deal is a game changer for crypto because it's driving optimism in the global markets, which Asian stocks are soaring and U.S. automakers are feeling the heat. So why should crypto fans care? Well, trade deals like this boom economic activity, and crypto often rides the wave. And Bitcoin's already pushing $119,000, and altcoins like XRP and Solana could follow if investor confidence keeps climbing. Plus, Trump's pro-crypto stance, like his push for a U.S. crypto reserve, means deals like this could pave the way for more crypto-friendly policies. So keep an eye on how this deal shakes up market sentiment. And in other news, as I mentioned in the beginning, tomorrow new house sales and home sales reports will be coming out. But take a look at this. U.S. housing market has reached its most unaffordable level in history. Now, some may say, oh, well, this sucks because I'm never going to be able to buy a house. But if you look at this on the terms of crypto, right? So you're in crypto, your markets, you're doing all right. You've been trading sideways. XRP is not doing anything. Boom, you have this massive push to the upside, right? and you bought your house or whatnot. Then you have this crazy pullback in the markets and you buy your house here and it shoots up here. So yes, right now there is a crazy bubble, but people are in massive profits on their homes. That is an asset. So it is, we all know that the dollar continues to lose value every single day. Holding your house, obviously, as an asset has continued to go up. Now, a lot of people say that the home you live in is more of a liability because you're living in it and you're having to pay for it. It's not truly an asset until you turn it into a rental, etc. And by the way, if you're not familiar, my name is Ryan Huggins. I'm also a real estate investor in Southern California. So this is something I have a great passion for. And buying and holding real estate is a good deal. Now, in California, you can't really buy and hold a rental property because our interest rates are so high. If you were to charge someone rent of what a mortgage is right now, it wouldn't, it doesn't jive. So if you're buying and holding houses in the Midwest or in the South, having rental properties is a definitely viable option. But nowadays, people are saying just holding Bitcoin. We're seeing story after story after story. People sold their house, bought a ton of Bitcoin, and just continued to hold that. But regardless, Bitcoin is at all-time highs. Stock market is at all-time highs. And the U.S. housing market has also reached all-time highs. It is the most unaffordable it has ever been. So there's two ways of looking at it. Is this a bubble? Is it a housing bubble, a crypto bubble, and a stock market bubble? Are we crashing everything? Or is it truly the economy's rip-roaring and everything's just doing very well? Let me know down in the comment section. How do you feel? Do you think it's going fantastic? Or are you struggling to make it because everything is at all-time highs? Now, there's been a ton of positive news going around about the Bitwise crypto index converting to an ETF. Unfortunately, it got immediately paused and pulled back. The SEC pauses the conversion of Bitwise's 10 crypto index fund into an ETF. The Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, ADA, SUI, Link, AVAX, LTC, and DOT literally got paused not long after getting issued. And the pause reflects ongoing regulatory uncertainty with the inclusion of XRP subject to that continuous 2020 lawsuit where a court ruled its public sales weren't securities, likely triggering the pause amid fears of market manipulation. Now, we do also have the fact that this SEC should be dropping the case, they say, by July 24th. So we'll keep a very close eye on that as well. Also, just in today, FBI drops investigation into Kraken crypto exchange founder. The investigation was reportedly not even connected to Jesse Powell's activities within the crypto industry. So come to find out, the FBI has now returned devices to Powell and ended its probe over allegation that he had hacked and cyberstalked the Verge Center for the Arts, a nonprofit that he helped found in 2008. The investigation reportedly not even connected to Powell's association with Kraken, the crypto exchange he co-founded, or the crypto industry at all, resulted in the FBI searching his home and seizing electronic devices that could have contained digital assets. Now, what sucks is this tarnished his reputation, and it also tarnished crypto's legacy and reputation as well, because he was the crypto guy is under investigation from the FBI. Everyone thought it was for crypto reasons, but come to find out it wasn't. So Powell is now free to focus on growing Kraken, which recently acquired NinjaTrader for $1.5 billion to extend into futures trading. And this could be more trading options for you and a stronger Kraken in the market. It's a win for the crypto push towards mainstream acceptance as well. Now, diving deeper into this PNC situation, banks have been very slow to embrace crypto. So when a big name like PNC Bank jumps in, it's a sign that the tides are definitely turning. And this partnership that means PNC's clients can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins directly through their bank accounts, making crypto more accessible. And why is this important? This brings in new money. I mean, think everyday investors who trust their bank more than crypto exchange. So this could drive prices higher and push crypto closer to mainstream as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the charts. Now, if you've been following along for the last several weeks, or if you're new here, that's totally fine. But yesterday we talked about our shaft trend cycle and how it needed to come down and do a reset on the red-green line. Okay, so we have a red-green line. This is our short-term momentum. And as you can see, it had been overheated for quite some time. This is pretty strange for it to be, hey, bull runners, are you feeling FOMO about this bull run without the right financial support? We're here to change that. We're not just about funding, we're about growing your business together. Whether you're investing in crypto, kicking off a new startup, managing your existing business, or looking to expand, we have personalized funding that meets your exact needs. Imagine starting your business or getting capital to invest $100,000 to $250,000 at 0% interest. That's not a dream, it's what we do. We've helped countless entrepreneurs like you with 0% interest funding without needing personal funds, income verification, or collateral. With just a 680 credit score, you qualify. We understand that your business can't wait, so take advantage of our quick funding approach. We look beyond the credit score with inclusive approval process that sees the big picture of your business or investment potential. Our flexible repayments are tailored to match your business cycles, ensuring you can manage repayments without strain. With access to our extensive lending network of over 5,000 options, we're committed to finding the perfect match for your business or investing needs. Plus, you'll have our dedicated team by your side, guiding you through every step of the funding journey. Whether it's buying crypto, hiring new employees, or launching a new product, we're committed to your success. Click the link to connect with our expert advisors and secure your business's future now. Riding at the 100 level for that long of a period. In fact, if we look here, it's from June 29th all the way till yesterday. So it was up there for 23 days. So 3 weeks, it was riding on full-blown momentum to the other side, which is very, very positive. Now, we also have our long-term momentum wave, the Wolfpack indicator. Once it crossed over July 3rd, we've been rising ever since then. Now, we did have a consolidation period, but regardless, now that we're bullish long-term, we are bullish short-term. Now, we do have a quick reset. Hopefully, it's quick. So as you can see here, we had a reset back down to 0, and then we had a surge to the upside. So this was from $2.12 to $2.65. Then we had the cool off period, and then now we've broken back bullish, and we've been riding this. So we're waiting for this to do a reset to the downside and then come riding back up. Now, all of this way up will be bullish. Very exciting, right? So we just have to wait right now. Because of the fact that we are bullish on the long-term momentum, there's a very good likelihood that we just sit here and chop and do a consolidation before our next move to the upside. Now, what's also really interesting, love it or hate it, but our spider line has been continuously working for us, right? So the $3.55 spider line that we've been tracking ever since it was the initial all-time high resistance. Now, there is obviously debates out there that the all-time high is $3.83. So we could use that too. But on these charts, the all-time high was this $3.40 when it hit the spider line. And then, of course, this spider line continues into the future and becomes another resistance level for us. But all we have to do is see this momentum start to grind to the upside. Now, when we take a look at this, though, we do also have to take a look at the white line, which is our middle term momentum. It's still bullish. So if we can have a quick reset and then a push back to the upside, that's going to be very positive, because ahead of us, we have $3.80 spider line. And then we also have the $4.80 spider line. Now, those of you who are not familiar with spider lines, this is a phenomenon that I got from CryptoFace on YouTube as well. He trades Bitcoin, but he does a thing called spider lines, where you can take a price from the past and connect it to a pivot point or fulcrum point. It's got to be a fulcrum point of relevance. It can't just be some random point. So it works perfectly for XRP, because when you take a look, we'll zoom out to the weekly charts. Well, all of the candles on the down way and the spider lines are drawn based on the weekly charts. I've also done it on the 3-day charts, but it's drawn down, as you can see here, with the fulcrum point from our high of April 2021. Okay, so right now, you use the Ray tool, which is a 2-point tool, point 1, point 2. Well, if we take a look at our candle from March 19th, the week of March 19th, 2018, you draw a line from there to our fulcrum point, and it shoots a point into the future, and that is currently being our resistance. So now that we have resistance in mind, where is the support? Well, if we come down to the downside, we have a $3.24 level of support. There is some other pretty strong potential supports to the downside. We'll go ahead and switch over to our other chart here that's not a spider line chart. But as we can see, we do have a very strong, important support here, $3.45. And then, as I showed you guys yesterday, the importance of the 1100 exponential moving average. So we'll have to go down to a significantly smaller time frame. We've been using the 5-minute, and as we can see, the 5-minute 1100 exponential moving average, it broke through it actually to downside. So let's use the 6-minute then. As you can see, it came exactly and tapped off the 6-minute a couple of times. So the 1100 exponential moving average. Well, it acts as a great indicator for support on every single time. So what's interesting is once it's breaking below the 1, then we got to see, is it going to the 2? Once it breaks below the 2, is it going to the 3? And as you can see, it broke down below and now it's acting as a resistance. So is it going to the 4? Well, it's at the 4-minute right now. If it breaks below there, is it going to the 5? And the 5 is down here at $3.47. If we lose that, we go to the 6, and so on and so on. That's how this works. In fact, it has been such a powerful tool for me, I actually built out an entire indicator for it. Now it's manually done. I've added every single one of the 1100 exponential moving average from the 5-second up until the 30 minutes. But as you can see right now, this is Solana. So let's take a look at Solana on the 1-minute. And you can see the 1-minute 1100 exponential moving average was holding very nicely as a support. But right now it's starting to break down a tad bit. Now, on top of that, we do have long-term 1 hour. This is the 1-hour chart, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Long-term momentum on the Wolfpack indicator. Take a look at this. When price broke above the 0 line on here, boom, we started taking off. And then on top of that, if you coincide when this is writing green, the white line resets to the bottom and starts to make its move up, boom, you can see how powerful this can be. And this is what we're waiting for on XRP, the reset, but we're actually waiting for the reset of the red green lines, as you can see when they come down. So this one came down, made its move up, boom. And we're waiting for that to happen on the daily chart. So we can have some massive moves for XRP coming. But regardless, we're on the 1-hour chart here. Let's go ahead and go down to a smaller time frame. I'm just giving you an example of how you can use this. Right now, it is at the 1-minute 1100 exponential moving average. As you can see, it's starting to lose momentum. Our Wolfpack indicator is bearish. So there's likelihood it could come down here. Support is going to be at the 2-minute 1100 exponential moving average, which is currently trading at $1.99. Now let's go take a look at XRP. So as we have a look here, XRP broke to the 6-minute twice, and then it came back above, it came and tapped off the 5-minute. So right now, XRP is holding a nice support here at the 4-minute 1100 exponential moving average. It's actually bouncing and trying to make its move back to the upside. Our 5-minute was bearish, and you can see that it had dropped below the 0 line on the Wolfpack indicator. Red, 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 red. We were falling down. Now we're about to cross back over to the upside possibly, or we're going to reject off of this level. As we can see, our short-term momentum line turned red real quick, and now it is trying to turn back green. Right here you can see. If it turns red, it's going to come down to a reset. Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a really good day today, surging nicely back above the $120,000 level. But as you can see, it got too far away from these moving averages, right? So it came down, it broke below the 1-minute level. After it broke below the 1-minute level, it came down to here, which is the 2-minute level. It broke down through there, then went to the 3-minute level. Look at that. It bounced exactly off the 3-minute line. Now we're coming up, climbed up, bounced off the 2-minute, and it's trying to surge back up to the 1-minute. And then after it breaks above the 1-minute, it can go on its merry way and climb as high as it wants. But it can also go up here. This is the 30-second line. We have the 15-second line, 10-second line, and even the 5-second line. So it's also bouncing off the 5-second line. So once it breaks above these levels, it's going to have free reign. It can go up as high as it wants at that point, but then it will come back down and retest. So now let's go take a look at Ethereum. What levels is it bouncing off of? These smaller time frames are used for extremely small time frame trading, so we're not going to use that. So let's take a look at what we got here. We have Ethereum price came down. Yellow line's 5-minute, moved back up, did a rebound, came back down. Boom, surged down to the 6-minute. Surged back up, 6-minute retest again, 5-minute. And right now, it's still holding bullish momentum because it is above the 1 minute, but we do have our long-term momentum wave. I mean, it's not super long-term because it's on 5 minutes. This is like hyper day trading now, which as you can see, we've broken into bearish on the smaller time frame, and there is a possibility we are going to come down a little deeper. Now it is bouncing off the 1 minute, but it could come back to the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 minute. So play around with these 1100 exponential moving average. It's pretty interesting.
Hey, bull runners, check this out. If you want to learn how to find the next 10x, 50x, or even 100x altcoin in this video, listen to this. Our research team posted GOAT on the 13th of October of 2024 when it was right at a penny, and since then it rallied to over $1 and is currently still up over 5,000%. That's like turning $1,000 into over $50,000. Our team called Pendle at only a $16 million market cap, or 16 cents, back on February 18th of 2023, all the way back here, and since then it's rallied up over 4,000%. That's a 40x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $40,000. Our team also called BitTensor Tau September 15th, 2022, before the token was ever even launched. And since then, Tau has rallied over 2,000%. That's a 20x. Our team even said Solana is most likely to be one of the easiest trades next year, and this was posted December 29th, 2022, on the day that Solana bottomed out at around $8. And since then, Solana looks like it's up over 2,500%. That's a 25x. It's like turning $1,000 into over $25,000. And the bull run is just getting started. The list goes on and on and on. Our team called Sui, Ondo, and even some of the biggest cult-based meme coins like MOG back in July 20th of 2023, the day that MOG launched. So if you want to learn how our team is finding these altcoins before they explode, we just launched Altcoin Pro University, where our research team gives you real-time altcoin picks with explosive potential for this bull run, along with 100+ expert curated classes crafted by industry experts to discover these gems yourself, on top of our live weekly calls every single week for in-depth crypto market analysis and daily updates. And that's just a fraction of what we offer inside of Altcoin Pro University. Just go through the link in the description below, get in right now, watch the 26-minute video covering everything that Altcoin Pro University offers.